Hello, my name is Morteza Kordi, and in this tutorial, we are going to continue learning about arrays. So, in the previous tutorial, we learned how to output the values of the array to the console. So, we can also use the index in order to access the value of the array, right, by using a for loop. So, let me just create a new line, println, and then here, let's put another println statement. Two quotes. So here let's say just all party names by using index. So here let's say for, and then here again my var in. So we can specify that how many times we want this loop to be executed. We know the size of this array is 10, right? So this loop here is going to be executed 10 times. So we can say 0.9, right? And then I can open and close this for loop by using these curly braces. So here, now before we actually output the names of the people that are invited to the party, let's also initialize other indexes. So we already initialized index number 0 and index number 1. So let's say party names and just put a pair of brackets, index number 2, and I just put two quotes A, right? Party names free, two quotes B. So I initialized all the other indexes of this array, right? I just put the alphabetic letters here. So you can initialize them however you want. So let's go inside this for loop here. And now we can say println, and I just need to refer to the name of this array, party names. I just put a pair of brackets here. Inside the bracket, I just need to specify the index. So here, this my var here is going to hold the index, right? So inside the bracket, let's say my var. So the first time that this for loop is going to be executed, the value of this my var variable is going to be number 0. So number 0 is going to be put here inside the bracket, and it's going to go inside this array, and it's going to access the value that is inside of the index number 0 of this array. And the second time that this for loop is going to be executed, this my var here is going to hold index number 1. So it's going to go inside this array and access the value that is inside of the index number 1. And it's going to continue executing this for loop until it reaches to index number 9, right? So that's it. And then it's going to actually put index number 9 here and access this array. So the value that is inside of the index number 9 is H, and H is going to be outputted to the console. So let's run the app. So let me show you the console here. It says all party names by using index, John, Lisa, and you can see all these alphabetic letters here, right? That's it. This is how we actually use arrays. So we can also get the name of the people that are invited to the party from the user, right? By using the read line statement. So let me again create a new line, println, and let's say println again, two quotes, and here we can say all party names invited by the user. So let's create a for loop. So let's first specify the name of the variable. So the name is going to be my var in, and then we need to specify the indexes. So 0 through 9. Let's open and close this for loop by using these curly braces. So here let's say party names index my var, assignment operator, read line. And we need to put two exclamation points here in order to satisfy the compiler that we are 150% sure that a legit value is going to be assigned to the index my var of this array, party names. If you don't put these two exclamation marks here, it's going to show you an error. And if I hover over this error area, it says type mismatch, required string, found string optional, right? So we must assign a string value. The read line, this statement is going to return an optional value, So that's why it is going to actually give us a type mismatch error. So we must put a string value, not an optional string. So that's why we put 2 exclamation marks here in order to let the compiler know that we are 150% sure that the user is going to assign a legit value to this index, to that specific index of this array. So here after this line of code, I can say println 2 quotes. So here I can actually say, so let's put 2 quotes and then let's put a concatenation operator because we want to concatenate these values together, right? So first we put 2 quotes plus, and then we can say party names my var, and then I put a concatenation operator, 2 quotes, space is invited to the party. So now let's run the app. So now you can see that in the console it says all party names invited by the user. So here we just need to specify the first name. So the first name is John. Here press and enter key on your keyboard in order to submit this value. It says John is invited to the party. So let's specify the second name, Lisa. And here I can say Angela, Mark. So you can see that if you enter all these values here, you can see that it's going to output this value to the console. The name is invited to the party. That's it. So I think that's enough for this tutorial. And if you have any questions about arrays in Kotlin, please post a discussion in the course, and then I do my best to answer all of your questions. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.